hard. Start pumping this up. Now this is, we even took out heroes, and you got to see just how aggressive we hit him. That was a very good draw from us.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS, and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we have a special surprise. We are watching Kata play Best of 3 Jeskai Hero. It was a really fun deck to watch, actually, and I think it might become more prevalent as we progress here. You'll have to excuse his silence to mic. We're going to get that boosted in the future, so that'll be nipped in the butt. And he had a tough time playing this go. He did get some single wins, but no best of 3 wins. However, it was a really, really fun deck to watch, and I hope you all enjoy it. Make sure to leave your comments of constructive criticism, all that, because we're trying to get better together. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribers are entered in to win up to 500,000 in gems, so make sure you check that out.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be my first video on the channel. Hello Good Game. My buddies announced me to you guys as the captain. Or you might know me as like Esper Hero. It's just a Discord name I got. I'm always posting his comments and stuff. I'm super happy to be working with him. And I've normally been doing write-ups for him. I'm giving him help sideboard wise, trying to bring some development to the channel. So I'm going to do my first video by doing a deck I've been practicing a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and we're gonna see. We're gonna play some games, see how it goes. This list is based off a list I saw on MTG Goldfish, Jeskai Hero. I was a big fan of it, but I felt like it was really weak to blue-black strategies. So like anything with Thought Erasure, like Esper felt like really weak to Esper. So I tuned it a little bit, gave it a better matchup, like the Niv Mizzet, the expansion, the 7 Teferi package. Feels a lot stronger against Esper. Lets us keep drawing cards. Lets us like keep threats in play, and that's what matters the most against like Kaya's Wrath. And since we go red instead of black, we lose out on like Bolas's Citadel and Command the Dread Horde. So we want to be able to have explosion of our own, which I think Niv Mizzet provides really well. So the list right now looks like 4 Hero, 4 Stormkin, 3 Justice Strike. Hero is like the main part of the deck. It lets you be aggressive, keep pressure on Planeswalkers, and it lets you, it's like very resilient. Lightning Stormkin, very aggressive. I've loved this card. Like when I got previewed, I was a big fan. I was looking to draft it a lot. I didn't think it would see standard play, but after playing it a lot, like Stormkin paired with like Empyrean Eagle, this deck can have some very explosive draws. Justice Strike is like this deck's Tyrant Scorn. It answers different threats as well. Like it's a really good answer to Shifting Ceratops, which this deck was like having some problems with. It's really good against dinos. Like Justice Strike shuts down the dino deck, just kills any creature they play, like except I guess like the ramp, but you're not really worried about the ramp anyway. We have like Deafening Clarion for that. Onto our 3 drops, 4 Empyrean Eagle, 4 Teferi Time Raveler, 2 Deafening Clarion. Empyrean Eagle's also been really stellar. What we need, like our ideal curve, looks Hero, any of these 3 drops, any of these 4 drops, like Hero, make a dude, cast a creature, make a dude, cast a creature, That's where we want to be aggressive-wise, and then if we get board wiped, we can follow up with Niv Mizzet Teferi, stable out our draws, and keep pressure on. Teferi allows us to be allows our opponent very little interaction with us. Makes them do stuff on their turn. This card is not very fun to play against, but unfortunately it's too good not to play. It basically makes your opponent play Hearthstone, which isn't the best, but we got the tools, we'll use them. And then 2 Deafening Clarion. There's times when this deck doesn't get aggressive. It felt kind of like subpar to mono red as well. Deafening Clarion gives us a little better of a main board matchup without having to give up too much for it. We could always cast this for lifelink if we need like a big swing turn. And I've yet to do that, but I think it'll be handy. I think the lifelink will become relevant. Elite Guard Mage, very good 4-drop. 4 mana, 2/3, flying, gain 3, draw a card. Feels really good what this deck wants to do. Make a creature do several things at once. 1 copy of Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. I've been a big fan of this card. On its own, it's a really good threat, and then paired with, say, like Niv Mizzet or Elite Guard Mage, like this card does a lot of work, especially like with the Mentor. It lets you beef up your team, keep the pressure on. Any more than 1 copy, I think, is too much. But like the 1 copy, I think, is perfect. I think that's where we want to be. Teferi Hero Dominaria. Any blue-white deck you're making nowadays probably has this somewhere in the 75. Bant Scapeshift doesn't really run it because, Teferi Time Raveler is so much better at what that deck wants to do. But any mid-range deck should normally have at least 1 to 2 of these somewhere in the 75. We have 3 in the main board. 4 felt like too much. Esper normally runs 4. I think 3's totally fine. We don't want to flood up on these. Another good card, Depose Deploy. I've been having a lot of fun with this card. It's almost always Deploy. I rarely cast it on Depose. But if you went like Hero turn 2, Empyrean Eagle turn 3, Depose Deploy turn 4, you're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. You're gaining 6 life, and you have like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power in play turn 4. It's a very powerful card. And late game, huge swings in life. This card opens up like a lot of doors. The original list only had 2, but I moved it up to 3. That's how powerful I think this card is in this list. And then 2 Niv Mizzet and 1 Expansion Explosion. The Niv Mizzet not only is it another gold card for Hero, but it can't be countered, which is really good against the flash decks right now that are out. And then whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 to any target. Mono blue and blue-green flash. They have Merfolk Trickster, but outside of that, they have like no good way of answering this card. They can always unsummon it, but we're drawing a card and we're dealing damage somewhere. This card is so incredibly good in that matchup. Like this and Teferi, like it helps so much. I can't explain it. And then Expansion Explosion is like basically this deck's version of Command the Dread Horde. It's a expensive spell that changes the game in our favor. So like, grindy games, do it for 4. Like anything above like 3 and up is insanely good value because you're gonna deal 3 to something. You're gonna draw 3 cards. Refuel the tank. That's all you can really ask for out of a spell. Land wise, 1 island, 1 mountain, 4 glacial fortress, 4 hollowed fountain, 4 steam vents, 3 sulfur falls, 1 temple of epiphany, 2 cliff top, 3 foundry, 2 temple of triumph. So I would normally want a second temple of epiphany, but unfortunately I don't have the wild cards for it. But right now, sulfur falls is just as good. We have perfect mana anyway, so any split of like this should be fine. You could always trim these down and 4, 4, 4, 4. The lands aren't really the biggest deal here. Sideboard wise, we have 2 Aether Gust. Once again, really good against like Chandra Awakened Inferno. That's like a key card to deal with. Shifting Ceratops, big card to deal with. Anything like Nicol Bolas, it answers any of the Nicol Bolas. This card just answers a lot of threats. Helps the Dino matchup too, which I found we were a little weak against. 2 Fry, answer any of the Teferi brothers. Answers any Nicol Bolas as well. Answers Lyra, and almost any creature out of the Esper deck. So this card's like phenomenal in that matchup. 3 Lava Coil, any red deck's probably got this somewhere in their 75. This card's, 2 mana, 4 damage to a creature, exile it. Really good if you see rogue Dreadhorde decks, especially good against dinos because it answers Shifting Ceratops, Marauding Raptor. Good there. 2 Dovin's Veto, strictly better negate. We bring this in like pretty often. Like all the decks nowadays, you're probably bringing this in against, except like mono red, maybe elementals. But those are like lower on the tier list. You aren't going to see them as much. 2 Deputy Detention, 2 Time Wipe. This is mainly for your Scape Shift matchup. This is where these cards shine. Deputy's also really good against like vampires. They make a lot of tokens. Good at answering Sorin. If they're creature removal heavy, we have a hard time dealing with Sorin. So Deputy's really good there. Even though they can just remove it, it's good enough for the time being. Same with Time Wipe. Lets us bounce like a value card like Guard Mage or Niv Mizzet, and then just clear the board, replay it. And then Chandra Awakened Inferno is a windmill powerhouse against Esper. That's what we bring this. That's mainly what the card's in here for. Like blue-black decks, if they don't remove it from your hand, outside of D-Spark, they have a hard time of dealing with this card. And like the Grixis decks, they have infinite ways to deal with it once it's on the board, but even 1+ is enough to like turn the tide of a game. So this card's worth having some room in the sideboard. But yeah, I've been playing a few games. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I think it's super aggressive, and I'm gonna play a few games for you guys. We're gonna see how it goes, and yeah, let's get into it. Right. Game one, traditional rank, Jeskai Hero. We're gonna see what we run into. Recording this pretty late at night. Only way I can get some quiet around my house. On the draw. This hand looks pretty good. If they're aggro, we get deposed, slow them down, draw a card, Pierian Eagle, curve, Teferi at the top end. Seems fine to me. In the blind, this definitely seems like a good hand. Can't assume anything really off this. Just black-red for sure. Still black-red. Since I didn't make a play, we're going to go tap lane here. We want to be able to curve untapped lanes if needed. We're probably definitely going to shock in for this. Okay, it's Grixis. I don't think we're going to really run into this, but just dropping Pierian Eagle. This should get some kind of removal spell out of him. Lords normally are scary to control decks. Yeah. This is just hard control, it looks like. So this Teferi's going to do a lot of work for us here. If we get to keep him on the board. Is there Nickel Balls here? Yeah, that's about right. So unless he has a... Oh, okay. We'll just play our Teferi and tuck it. Get that thing off the board. Hope he doesn't have a second one right away.
I won't hide from the world. Anyone you need to slow down.
And we'll start gassing up. We'll play Teferi next turn. That works too. Alright, so he's got Chemisters here. I think we can plus this, shock this in, play Guard Mage, untap 2 lanes, have Deploy up. I'm gonna see what we draw here first, so.
No time for a break.
Yeah, we'll probably still shock this in. Play Guard Mage. There's argument to also play the Teferi there, but we want to have a creature on board, so if he slams Nicol Bolas and kills our Teferi, we have like an immediate threat to it. Because he's most likely just going to play Canisters here. Play this one here. a pretty sweet nickel bowl start though. Yeah, we don't really have any reason to fire any of this off. Just let him take one, I guess. Ain't no big deal. He's still just gonna play his nickel bowls to kill our Teferi, I feel like. It's probably just the go-to play.
Will remake the multiverse in my image. That's how it was meant to happen. Has consequence.
Drop this. Ooh, that's a great draw here. Yeah, just gonna do this to Aurelia. We'll go ahead and play Teferi as well.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. I have other schemes to attend to.
Right now I think we just plus this. If we didn't draw Aurelia,
Done the hero
we could have bounced our Guard Mage and replayed it to draw another card, which is what we might do next turn, depending on what he does. Let's see here. Alright, glad we didn't do that, 'cause now we can just bounce this, assuming he doesn't have an answer to it. Yeah, he doesn't have an answer to it. Alright, so we're still hitting pretty hard in the air here. Even though we're now officially out of gas. Hopefully he doesn't have anything too powerful left in hand. Which it looks like he might if he's clearing the way. Left it on top. And yeah, of course. He's got another powerful one. Just gonna force pressure here. As much damage in as possible. Because he's going to attack, most likely just flip this and then kill Aurelia. Or just flip it now, make some damage.
No one can stand in my way. The dead. Once, I am one again. Suffer for your cause.
This is a tough choice. Do we kill this, or do we like... Because he'll most likely find removal out of the potential 5 cards he could draw next turn. Putting him at 2 is like super risky. I think we'll go for it though. Where does Justice Strike to counter and enter the God Eternals? We'll see what happens though. It's like almost guaranteed he has a way to remove it, but killing the Nicol Bolas doesn't really get us anywhere, if that makes sense. Because he can still just draw cards and then just reanimate something again, and then we're just basically where we started, except he's drawing several cards more.
I am omnipotent.
Probably just fire this up. Ah, damn. If he didn't have the Nicol Bolas, we just drew lethal. Unfortunate. Let's see if maybe we can sneak it in. If he plays super conservatively, he wins the game here. Oh yeah, there's 3 life. He's playing super safe. We're probably going to give it one more turn, then we'll just we'll call it out. He's way too far ahead now. He's got full hand, 2 walkers, 2 creatures. Not looking very good.
All the cosmos are mine to
Past, present, and future are bound by threads of time. Put thoughtfulness before action.
Alright, yeah, we'll give him this one. Very tough. 1 turn away from winning. What are you going to do? You know, the opponent had the better draw there. So, obviously includes vetoes, Chandras, fries. We're going to drop one of the Justice Strikes, both Clarions. Justice Strike's a little weaker here. It's good at answering the creature Nicol Bolas. It's bad against Kefnet if they run those. But we like to leave it in on the off chance they bring in Legion Warboss. It's really good there. What else do we want to cut? We could probably trim a deploy. It's like a weaker 4-drop against them, knowing as they have so many ways to clog up the air. Hero can be trimmed too. How many more do we got? 2. I think we're comfortable trimming. Let's leave 1 in. Let's trim a Stormkin too. Here's the main game plan. It's hard to cut any of these, but with how much removal and like board wipes they're bringing in, we want to make sure our only game plan isn't through creatures. So I think we're fine trimming those to bring in like resilience. Yeah, that seems good. We're going to be on the play game too. Hopefully we find a more proactive 7 than last game. We were a little slow to them. No lands. That's unfortunate. Alright, here's some lands. This is looking like a good one. I'll probably throw a Hollowed Fountain back. Oh, we'll go Steam Dance. We can go Stormkin and its Fairy, assuming they just don't like Dot Erasure destroy us here. What are his plays here? Yeah, see Fry. It was pretty quick. I don't know why it took him that long to make that choice. Surprised he wanted to Fry a 2/2 though. Must be the lack of removal he has in hand. This Fairy's gonna feel good here. Should probably just fire off now. Keep pushing damage. We don't want to play this for the tap. We'd rather leave it up since he didn't kill our Fairy Time Raveler. Has a combat trick. See, I think we're okay attacking with Hero because we don't want Thief in play. And if he blocks with it, we can play Guard Mage. So we're okay making this trade. Or actually, do I want to do deploy? I think I want to do deploy. I want to make him think I have something. Because he can't react. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and respond by doing this.
Only time will tell.
That sucks that we left the land there. Would have been a really good draw for us.
All of the multiverse will bend to my will. Perish.
That didn't seem correct of him to do. So now we just kill his nickel bullets. When we find the land, unfortunately it's tap land.
Defiance is infuriating.
Is that? No, it's not a flyer. I think we'll get rid of that. Play another guard mage, because he'll just slam Capnet here. He'll slam Capnet, let's play Shonda.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation.
I think I just want a +2. I think the minus will be better.
Bye-bye.
Alright, looks like we'll wrap this one up here.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm in here?
Whoops. I was that's turn, I guess. That was a shit. We missed 2 damage, but so I think this game's over anyway. We'll veto any big spell they try to play here. Okay. Looks like it was irrelevant that we played incorrectly. Alright, game 3. I think I was very comfortable with how our game 2 looked, so we'll just run it back. The only thing that might have been like changeable is like dropping the number of Justice Strikes, but seeing Thief of Sanity made me want to keep Justice Strike, so we're comfortable there. Fortunately, we'll be on the draw game 3. Hopefully we'll have one of our more aggressive ones. Our opponent sideboarding carefully for game 3. We've yet to see a Niv Mizzet either of these games. Encourage really powerful here. Alright, finally back in. Let's see how this game 3 goes. Well, there's that Niv Mizzet. I think this hand looks fine. Got some answers. I'm gonna play this land on the off chance he turn 3 Thieves, so we can play this and then untap Teferi. I want to have an answer to his turn 3, either Fry or Justice Strike. So, alright, he had nothing. So, I think we still need to do something. So, we'll run out an Empyrean Eagle because we're assuming he's on a negate. So, yeah, there's a Fry. We're fine him using Fries on stuff like that. So.
I know only to meditate and prepare.
Now that his shields are dropped, we'll probably run out to Fairy here. Or maybe we'll just play another Empyrean Eagle. I think Teferi is more relevant to have in play right now. So
This isn't a fight.
have it eat some kind of removal.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Because Thought Eraser is going to hit the new visit for sure. So we'll just do that. We're okay with that 100%. So we get the Justice Strike for.
Hone your prowess.
Sweet, we hit a land too. That's pretty big.
Here goes nothing.
Now we can just strike the Nicol Bolas. We can shock this in and play an Eagle. Sucks that Niv Mizzet won't see play, or won't see the battlefield here, because of Thought Eraser. But probably get windmilled into the graveyard. Yep. He doesn't want to deal with that card at all. Oh, and we just draw another one though. This is tough because we want to fry a Nicol Bolas, but he missed a land drop, so we kind of want to fry this so we can like start drawing. And he also has to draw exactly a black source to cast it, so I think we're gonna do this. See if we can find a way to pull ahead quick. We just find out it's a fairy. But it's better us drawing this now than later, I suppose. And if there's exactly a black, and we're now punished. Probably, I don't know. We just got super punished. He just drew the black source. Guess we'll go with this. Try and draw into something here. How that works. So at least we'll have to have him find double trouble here. That's a good one.
I know who I am, and no one is telling me what to do. I've got a burning desire to finish you.
2/6 drops, no 6 mana. We're probably just gonna have to exile Teferi because it's not really doing anything.
Hope it's not too hot for you. Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
That's also something that can happen.
Should have seen that coming.
Oh, that's funny. Alright, this is a very important play. I think we kill the Chandra so we turn off the emblems. Even though this will just die to the Nicol Bolas.
Flammable enough. Fresh out of fuel. Glad I can help with your not being on fire problem.
I guess we exile that.
Conceivable. My intellect is without limits.
You can just destroy this though, so we're in a pretty bad spot.
Death's master.
Alright, I'd say the game's unwinnable from here. He's going to flip his Kanta, and then we're going to get outvalued. So, unfortunately, we had there's a few turns there where we needed to hit land drops, and frying the Narset to try and progress our board when our opponent, top decked the Black Source was unfortunate, but it's part of the game. Can't be too upset about it. Just move on to the next one. Just hope it. All you can do is hope it gets better. Alright, the Johnny via Johnny matchup, it looks like. We have options, so we'll take the play. This hand looks good. We have a playable 2, playable 3, playable 4. Just hope we got a curve these lands. Opponent takes a mulligan. That's probably shock. I'm still gonna play this card, so no reason not to. Just run it into the shock. Next turn, this is looking like feather. Maybe not. I'll shock this and play its fairy. And little Jeskai mirror from the looks of it. Got his own fairy here? No? I'll just keep taking this up.
I've got it.
I think I'll go hero here. Because right now I can expansion if needed. I don't know what I would need it for, but it's available. See, do I wanna copy that? Make a dude. I don't think I do. I think this spell's too relevant late game. Like explosion. Like the potential for explosion late game. Jeskai Walkers. Haven't seen this list. Haven't seen Jeskai Walkers in a while. Felt like it kind of fell off. That's fine. This is a pretty good one.
I'll protect you.
I think we still just play the guard mage here. Try and hit a land drop. Sweet. Now explosion's castable. Just gonna keep getting bigger with land drops. Hopefully they play Sarkhan, make a dude here. They played Fairy, okay. So if they tick down, they lose their Fairy. So they'll probably just tick up. Oh, they're dealing with that, okay. So now there's argument to just deal 2 to this and draw 2, which is looking like probably what we'll want to do. I think I'll do it on his turn though, depending on what he plays, because we don't want to be tapped out going into his turn. I don't feel like, and trading 1 card seems fine. I feel like so, and we'll just redraw the guard mage off the explosion. So. Just see what he does.
We need to move quickly.
So this is fine. We'll respond to his plus. Kill this fairy. Because we assume he's just going to plus. Yeah, so we'll do this for 2. Target the fairy. Target us to draw.
This is hardly my worst. time.
Do we trust ourselves that we'll draw an untapped red source? I think this is better. Yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll just rumble in. Start dealing with this Sarkon.
Listen to them roar.
Because they haven't found one of their own fairies yet, so we pretty much just played instant speed. That's fine.
I summon you.
Since he's attacking me, I don't think we're gonna block. I think we're just gonna let him hit us. If he was attacking Teferi, I'd probably throw one under. But I think we're fine with that. That was an interesting draw. I think we sort of plus here.
That's more like it.
We could cast this and rumble on the Saheeli, or do we go for the Sarkon? I think I actually want to play Guard Mage here. But let's tap correctly on the off chance we draw a source of mana. Oh, we didn't draw a source of mana. But we're still going to play this guy. Let's see if he has a third Clarion. Okay, he just has another board wipe. Sometimes you have to stall those.
Let's try this.
Focus and discipline. I have just the trick for this.
To the skies.
Him finding another Sarkon feels pretty bad there. I think that probably means we want to deal with Saheeli. No, I think we want to deal with this card still. It's looking like we're just dead next turn, but we'll wait and see what happens. That's a pretty good draw. But unfortunately, I don't draw extra cards because of our set. So, guess we'll see if he has a way to deal with this.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
He's looking for a way to deal with it. Because chances are he can't play Sarkhan and deal with Niv Mizzet right now, so. He has been through Cleansing Nova to play, so.
What know you of dragons? They are coming.
If he attacks with these, we just kill the Saheeli, our draw step, kill the Narset, and we're in a really good position. Oh, yeah.
I was not prepared for this.
Here we
Our opponent opened us up
go. Bloodshed.
real wide here.
Watch this. The dragon does not lose.
Where's he going then? Enter, now we got a Justice Strike. In case he like has another Sarkhan. But yeah, that was a really rough attack for the opponent there. Two big things, just one is it.
Is unmatched by my peers. Put thoughtfulness before action.
No, the Narset ain't gonna do it.
Evil must not be tolerated. The choices we make reveal who we are.
We'll give him this. We don't want him to gain more life. I'll just cast him spells. So I think here, since he can't play at instant speed, this won't kill our Empyrean Eagle, but it'll let us draw another card, and it'll put us in a position to kill both of his Planeswalkers next turn. Since we can only draw one card a turn at the moment. So now we can target this one, and now both of our creatures can
This is overwhelming.
kill there. So I guess they already could, even if we didn't do that. Forgot about the plus off the Empyrean Eagle. Just drag this. Still wanted to draw the extra card. Justice Strike's a little weaker than like anything else in the deck right now. We're in a very good spot right now. Only at 4 life, but these kind of decks don't normally play like a way to aggressively attack you. So
Meditate and prepare.
this guy's about churned through his whole deck by now. So probably looking at another like Cleansing Nova or something like that. That works. That bounces the Niv Mizzet. Surprised he finally found one of those.
Right on schedule. No, I am not making this up as I go.
There we go. That's a good draw. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me just get this guy out of here.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
No reason not to recast this, I guess.
Don't worry, I got this.
Just make him keep finding ways to deal with it, because this is like one of the best cards we have in this matchup.
Hone your prowess.
Sorry I'm late. Might be a bad idea.
Oh, does he have us here? Shock. Alright. Unfortunate that We didn't draw Guard Mage to start recurring. That's like what we wanted to find there, but anyway, let's see. Chandra's here, Lido's, Fry's. I'd say Aurelia's pretty bad to little Teferi. We'll trim that. Clarion's strong if you have Teferi, but they almost always have Teferi too. So I think this is fine to cut. Justice Strike's really good if they don't have little Teferi, so we'll keep those in, as they're really good at handling the Planeswalkers once they become creatures. I feel pretty comfortable trimming heroes, cutting 2 of them. You know, you saw how abused we got by like Deafening Clarion. There's no way those are getting cut, I feel like, after seeing our deck list. So we'll trim some of those to make him a little weaker, and then we'll trim a Stormkin as well, because like Guard Mage are, well, we'll re-add this and we'll trim a Guard Mage, because Guard Mage is a little weaker than Stormkin is. Stormkin's aggressive, let's put pressure early, so we'll keep that in. Let's see how we do here on the play again. This has about everything we'd want, so keep it. It is a little slow, but I mean, this is just a card we want in this matchup, so we get to start on a Scry too, which feels really good. I'd say that's pretty good. He's got an opt here, so he's gonna cast, so pay 2 up for this, start getting aggressive. So he's got Veto, is my guess. We're just going to keep attacking, hold our Veto up. Want to be able to stop Narset or Teferi this turn. So I almost want to let this resolve, because I think we're a little more worried about Teferi. This can attack into it and stop it from minusing. But it's almost like, how much do we value the 1 card he's going to get off this? And I think we don't value it very highly, so we're going to let it resolve. And we're going to aim to answer something that stops us from playing at instant speed. We didn't find anything anyway, so we'll shut off that draw engine, just like that. And now we can, you know, it sucks that we can't play this, but we need to hold up Veto on the off chance he has little Teferi here, as we don't want him to resolve that card. And there it is. So we'll counter that. He'll still gain a life. Oh, he missed a land drop too. That's pretty big. We'll just go ahead and kill the Narset. And then since, you know, we don't want to bluff, so we don't want to like lose tempo buffing or bluffing anything, as he's probably just going to run it out anyway. So, and now next turn, you know, we have Niv Mizzet on Niv Mizzet, so. Alright, yeah, this is going to wrap up pretty quickly. He keeps missing land drops.
Stop.
Yeah. Unfortunate, you hate to win like that. It's like the worst way to lose, but it's part of the game. I like to say 70-30. It just increases the more it happens to me. 80-20, 90-10. So on and so forth. See how our Jeskai opponent keeps a hand on game 3. Hopefully it'll be a little more fortunate, as we don't want just, quick ending games. Now this hand's tough. We don't have a blue source. But other than that, the hand's really good. Niv Mizzet, like if we could trade Niv Mizzet for like a blue source, this hand would be like stellar. I think we're gonna roll the dice, because if we hit a blue source, our hand like busts wide open. So we're gonna see how that goes. Most likely has Opt again at instant speed. There's our blue source. Looks like we got lucky there. Let's drop a hero here. He might be on like the counterspell game plan, so like going creature wide might be really good here. That's also good because he's probably gonna like tempo us, and we'll just go to Teferi back. There's argument to maybe having a Narset in this deck somewhere. I think we're fine. Let's just get that shock out of his hand. Because now we'll play like hero and then reap the benefits. We can't draw extra cards, or else we'd probably just play a Guard Mage here. So the hero seems fine. We have expansion as well. Little Teferi is probably like the best thing he can get here. He finds a Fry. And answers hero if he decides to play it. That was a very good draw. How do we... There's a very thin line here. If we pass with this, because there's a chance like we could like if he just pluses, we could Justice Strike, expansion, and Justice Strike, kill both of his walkers. But if he draws a little Teferi, that like we we get punished really hard. But you know what? I like to gamble. That's what I'm about. We're gonna take our chances. See what happens here. It's unfortunate we also missed a land drop, but we're gonna roll the dice, as they say. Unfortunate. Guess we'll just Justice Strike the dragon. I think we just lose here, since he has the Fry. There's nothing we can play that'll, like, protect us in the air. Well, we're not dead yet, because we can tuck the Sarkhan, I guess. It's, like, our best play, since he's tapped out anyway.
I am not going to sit this one out. Let's take it back.
You can just get it with Narset. We kill the Teferi, though. Or do we kill the Narset? I think we get rid of the Narset. Like, we force him to stack his Narset.
You cannot see your folly.
Play to your outs, right?
My creations are kings of beauty.
Probably saving Fry for this.
Hone your prowess.
Maybe he already has another Sarkhan if he didn't take one. Alright, let's Fry.
It's only a matter of time.
Or if we draw an untapped land here for Niv Mizzet, that'll feel really good. Probably gonna use a timeout here. Really in the tank about this one. He might have disconnected. It doesn't look like anything's highlighting for him. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll go...
We will meet again.
See if our opponent finally reconnected. Doesn't look like he's reconnected. Wind it up. I believe if the timer goes out again here, it'll make him auto-concede. It's like 3 strikes, basically. Sucks too, like, I doubt this is an intentional disconnect, because the advantage meter was on his side. His board was looking a lot better than mine. Unfortunate. A win's a win though, so I guess we'll take it. As bad as it sounds. Unfortunately, these have been some real grindy games, so we'll probably, unless this is an aggro matchup, we'll probably just run one more. Since we technically got a win and a loss. See how this next game goes. Another Johnny Mirror. Play first. No, man. If one of these was a red source, this hand would look really good. I still think. No, I don't think I keep this. It's like got nothing going on. If I don't draw red, I'm really punished. Now this hand looks good. I'm liking this. I think I dump the eagle here. I think we just want to go control. Because that's what we've been running into a lot of. So, scry one. I'll keep that there. That's a kind of tough decision because we want to be able to curve, but we also like want to draw relevant spells as we're against mono red. Goblins, as a matter of fact. Let's go Steam Vents. We have Clarion, so we'll wait till like turn 3 to see how wide he tries to go. Ooh, this is going to feel really good when we play Teferi and bounce that. That feels really good.
It's only a matter of time.
Yo, Goblin War Chief. This is a great card. Glad someone's going out there. Ooh, glad someone's giving it a shot. So I'll just block one there. Let's see what happens here. See what he decides to do. I think I'll just go Guard Mage here. Probably should have waited in case we get a Temple here. It's still attacking regardless. Yeah. If he plays this, I might just have to Clarion, so. I think we'll just block this guy. And we'll trade with this one. We're good trading creatures right now. We're not in a terrible spot. That works for us.
Just keep up the pace.
The deck loves us. What can we say? Bold choice, my friend. Just gets him to sack that, basically. Unless he has a play he'd rather do main phase 2. I'm okay blocking still. That'll just confirm the Clarion play. Actually, yeah. We'll do that.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Hurry!
Alright, we need to start finding something to help us close the game out. That'll help. That'll do it.
Let's skip
Quite
to the
a timely one, if you ask me. Oh yeah, did I put the Skyline this turn? Now, what are the chances he drew? So I can't block here. Well, if he draws a land, any block is gonna kill him, is it? I think we still. I don't think. I'm gonna call his bluff. I don't think he drew the land.
I won't let you win.
Okay, that's fine. Still kills Spray, but it doesn't kill him. We don't draw anything to do. 6, 8, we got a 4. I mean, can't even play defense against this card either. Guess we just attack. Explosion would be a really good draw. Just in the game. Oh, you still just kill it anyway. So yeah, I guess I'm glad I attacked. Alright, and we're dead. Goblin's getting the best of us there. Let's see. Definitely lava coils. And time wipes. I'm not a big fan of Aether Gust here. I think our 2-drop slot is already pretty good. Now what do we cut? I think we cut. We might want to just like shift full control here. Because they are like. This card lines up really poorly to Goblin Chain Whirler. I think we bring these in too. That's another good board wipe. So we'll take all the heroes out. trim down one of these. Let's do 2 and then one of these. So we still have some way of fighting them through the air, but Time Wipe and Chandra give us a little better of a fight there. Against like their go wide strategy, which Goblin is really good at. Yeah, this hand seems fine. I feel like they'll have a, unless, you know, Fry's a pretty good one. They'll have a tough time dealing with Aurelia. You get to see the power of Aurelia here. Since he missed a land drop, Fry doesn't even kill this anymore. Oh yeah. Get a scry on. That's a good one. Looks like we're just gonna hit him in the air really hard. Start pumping this up. Now this is, we even took out heroes, and you got to see just how aggressive we hit him. That was a very good draw from us. Alright, game 3. He also didn't draw lands either, so we don't know like exactly what he had in hand. But let's hope we see a hand like we did there, and then hope he sees a bit of a better one. Excuse me. So we can actually see how the deck runs. So far, I mean, technically, I think we would have lost 2 matches if the other guy didn't disconnect. But the deck's fighting well. It's just, I would say it's getting outlucked, as bad as that sounds. You know, in the Grixis game, our opponent punished us by drawing what he needed. So. See how he sideboard coming into the next game. The old triple Empyrean Eagle. I think we'll keep this. I think that triple Lord will be enough to wash out the goblins. We'll see though. We used Mulligan twice. Don't need any more of those. Put our opponent on a slow start. That helps the triple Empyrean Eagle. Turn's looking like a time wipe turn. Get back to square one. Hopefully he'll commit a little more to the board. Probably go big on a ringleader here. Oh, he did go big on a ringleader. Time Wipe almost doesn't feel like the play anymore after seeing this, so we'll just go another Empyrean Eagle, play this, and we'll pass. Start playing defense. Interesting. I always forget that's a 4-2. It's a powerful card. Oh, so we're just dead. Is what you tell me. Yeah, we'll time wipe and then see if we can hit a stride with deploy maybe. I thought he just had the pink fire. Alright, I mean, if he has it, he has it, right? Unfortunately, we didn't get any real wins, but I hope the gameplay enough showcased the potential for this deck and how powerful it can be. I'm going to build this one in paper, and I'm going to test it out at some LGSs I play at, see how it fares there. I think this deck might just need a little more tuning before it can really get there, but from games I've played, I've had a lot of fun playing it. I think it's a good deck. It was just unfortunately didn't have the best showcase today, but that's alright. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed Jeskai Hero. Looking forward to working with Hello Good Game. Gonna keep cranking out stuff for you guys. More to come. Hope you all enjoyed. Alright, thanks.